right now, on all the nominees you're out here opposing, he is also opposing and also organizing. And he is a lot. They have exactly the same position on all those pending nominees: Mr. Tellerson, Mr. Sessions, Ms. DeVos, Pruitt, Husder, Carson. All of these.
What's the strategy concerning the majority vote rule?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean the majority vote rule?
Majority vote rule for the appointment of these cabinet members.
Well, that's the rules of the United States Senate.
Right.
If they get 50 votes plus the vice president, they win the vote.
So is there any strategy to push harder against?
We're pushing as hard as we can within the parameters of the rules of the United States Senate. We'll continue to do that. The senators are doing it on the floor today. They boycotted the Mnuchin hearing and delayed that because they're not to delay for delay's sake. That's not the point. The point is we want answers from these nominees about the new developments that have happened on the executive order, about their own records, about contradictions between their positions and that of
conflicts
the president,
of interest,
massive conflicts of interest, some of which we haven't gotten the data and all of these things. But we want answers. We're going to continue to press within the parameters of what the rules allow. Right? We can't go through the rules. We're not that guy. Right? We're not going to blow through the stop sign like that. That's not who we are. It's not our values. Right? We do respect the rule of law and the norms of the institution and the democracy within which we operate. We will continue to do that to the greatest degree possible. I always tell you that, like, what you're doing makes a difference. What's going on here makes a difference. We hear it. Senator Schumer hears it. He was at the Women's March and Rally. He was at the rally at Battery Park this weekend. We had several, some of you may have seen, refugees who recently got into the country that now would be prevented from being in the United States in our office. And then saying, this is the humanity that is impacted by this very inhumane policy, and we'll continue to push hard against it.
You're talking at us. Why don't you let us talk to you? That's what we're here about.
I came down and I was asked the question.
Us all your
no disrespect.
How come you voted for Pompeo? I want to know.
He voted for a variety of those candidates on national security.
Who supports torture?
He is now.
I want to know why.
He is against all the candidates that you're out here articulating against, including Mr. Fuster, Mr.
You're not
Pruitt,
answering
Ms.
my
DeVos,
question.
And all the others. He'll continue to push
You're
hard
not answering
against
my question.
those
You're a typical politician.
Did he vote yes?
You don't answer questions.
He's just doing his job.
Well, but
not answering questions.
So in his estimation, they were qualified for these positions.
On Mr. Mattis, I'd say there's reason, even on the torture ground, that he has a distinct difference with Mr. Trump.
That he does. That's a fact.
And as on Mr. Kelly, I gave some examples recently where he seems to be a reasonable person that has made practical responses to what you care about, and people were protesting on, and what we then pushed on the inside. And that was an example of working with somebody within the process to produce a positive change.
Can I speak to something for a second, sir?
What's that? The plan for the court is the president's going to make his announcement tonight. We're going to react. You'll see what our reaction is. I'm not going to presage that. I'm not going to, do that. But you will see our reaction.
Please tell him to wait.
We will take it.
Sure, I didn't get your name. I didn't get your name.
Martin Brennan. What's that?
Can I give you these letters?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I think of Republican senators who we might. Think of Republican senators who might be kind of brought over.
Right. It's a very good question. Look, the bottom line is we can't win anything with 48 votes.
Right. So
we need to get other candidates, other Republicans. So
what can we do?
It switches on issue to issue, on nominee to nominee. The point is build this movement so that what you're doing here, projecting here, goes to those places with the people that we need to persuade. We've seen over the weekend several Republicans expressing dismay with this policy, but the rubber hits the road if they're willing to join us on votes.
Right.
That's why we're delaying as much as we can now so that we can get questions to these nominees about the executive orders, about the firing of the Assistant Attorney General last night, and get their opinions on that because it substantively matters, specifically with Mr. Sessions. But we can't win without allies, you guys building relationships with other people in the right districts so that we can win the majority votes on certain key issues and people.
I have a
right?
question.
But
This crazy thing with the neuroimaging.
I can't speak to that, but we're opposing Ms. DeVos, and we will
Okay,
do
great.
it with all our men.
Great.
Thank you very much. Again,
What is your
keep
name?
coming.
What do you
Keep
do?
coming. We'll be here. We
Thank
listen
you.
to. We're here. We listen. We appreciate your input. I
Thank you.
appreciate you being here last week, this week, and whatever weeks beyond. And we will continue the conversation.
Please tell the senators.
Mark Brennan.
Please tell the senators that there are
Yes, we're telling them.
are
Pushing hard on that. Yes.
progressive church people.
1 second, sir.
Not all Christians are conservative. Please tell
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not. And this weekend, he quoted three things. One,
everybody
Exodus.
passed in their letters?
Be kind to strangers because
Right,
you were
right.
once strangers in the land
Exactly.
of Egypt. And Matthew 25.
Yeah,
When I was hungry,
exactly.
gave me to eat. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. And then Pope Francis quoted the same
I know,
later
I
on in
loved
the
his
day. So he has a deep appreciation of that and understands absolutely that case across the board.
Yeah.
In the same way, but every Muslim is not an extremist. Right?
Exactly,
The vast
exactly.
majority are peace-loving, wonderful people who follow the strictures of their wonderful
I
religion.
teach at Union Seminary.
What's that?
Do you represent Schumer?
Yes, I'm his chief
One of
speaker.
his staff people?
Yes.
So can you tell him, please, do not give in to any of these fascist measures?
I will.
Because
I will.
I'm the daughter of a Holocaust survivor, and I know
And he
that.
he is not a son of, but grandson of.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we
so
know
he
that
understands and appreciates.
appeasing this
Yeah.
is not going to get us anywhere. We have to just.
Understood.
you
I will
know,
convey
it's
that. I will convey that to him.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I mean, it's not counterproductive. What would be productive is find ways to build relationships online, in over the phone, in person. However you can build relationships in whatever ways you can to people who live there. The reality of the democratic process is
Not rather than calling the offices directly.
yeah, exactly. It's
Maybe they don't really care.
it is what it is. Right? All right. I have another meeting upstairs. But I'm going to go upstairs. What's that?
What kind of leg do we have to stand on to stop the Supreme Court nominee? They did it to
Well,
Obama.
that's
How
a little bit of a different scene because it's a 60 vote threshold, not a 50 vote threshold. So there's a lot of leverage there, and we'll see how that plays out once he names the nominee tonight, and things will start to evolve from there. But it's a little bit of a different game than the 50 vote
I
threshold.
hope that the Democrats stand up to that.
with the Supreme Court nominee as he's done with everyone
You're
else.
not the only person here with questions.
He'll believe his effort is in there. But what we have to do is what he's done with this immigration law is unconstitutional.
It could well be unconstitutional. We believe that it's unconstitutional and illegal. There's certain statutes that we feel it violates as well. The courts will litigate. That'll be litigated in the courts, and we'll push politically to try to overturn it as well. We've already introduced a bill to overturn it. We keep getting blocked on that by our friends on the other side of the aisle, but we're going to continue to push.
We have to stop the Supreme Court nomination. We
We're
have
gonna-
to. We cannot let him put somebody in there.
Chuck was really clear about what his values are on the Supreme Court. His pick doesn't reflect those and our values. You can rest assured he's going to be fighting ferociously in that regard.
They should not.
So what
They
you're
shouldn't even do
Jane, worked very hard on that.
Yes, I appreciate that.
So it's a great, wonderful
Penn South from now in
oasis.
Yes. Yes.
We fought hard for side that didn't work out, go our way, but we got to a better place eventually after the disaster.
And thank God for the
Yes.
And
of course I said what?
And Penn South is such a vitally important part of the city, especially given everything that's happened.
Especially everything that's going on right now.
Right.
But you said something before. I just wanted to ask you a question about. You were saying we need to work within the rules of law, and of course we do.
Right.
But my
as Chuck Schumer, as a United States Senator,
of course,
I'm
not saying that he needs to be on the street with a black bandana.
Right.
What I'm saying is that when the opposition, time and again, are proving themselves unwilling to abide by that same rule, I'm wondering how does that benefit the Democratic Party? How does it benefit progressive ideals when we are following the rules that the other side are not?
It's a big philosophical question. I'm not going to be able to give
at the
you
end of the day, I
a
wanna
satisfying
win, don't
answer.
How does it benefit you?
We all want to win, and what we have to do is fight as ferociously as we can, speaking on behalf of Senator Schumer, not you,
Yes.
and then I'll speak more broadly about all those of us who share these values. But for us, we'll fight as ferociously as we can within the parameters of the rule of law and the norms of the United States Senate and the norms of American democracy
Yes.
to win. We're not going to blow through those norms and values and laws to win, because then we think we lose ourselves in the process. That's us.
Or perhaps
but
we
as a
need
bro-
policies.
but as and as a broader movement, there's different roles that different elements of the those of us who share progressive values have to play. We're not, it's not Senator Schumer's role to organize this protest, right? It's everybody's role here, and that's a part of, as I said, he hears that. What happened in JFK and all the airports across the country had a major impact upon the whole of the United States and upon Republicans and upon Trump. He changed his rhetoric by Sunday. He was impacted by the vociferousness of the uprising. So I think there are different strands of activism and response, resistance, and everything else that people will choose to do based on where they're coming from, in within the system and beyond.
Yeah.
So
when the former minority leader said we want to oppose everything that Obama wanted to do,
Yeah,
why isn't our minority just staking that claim?
I'm not sure how successful that was. Did Barack Obama win a second term?
Yeah, and he got a lot of good things too.
Right?
Yeah.
So Mitch McConnell's strategy had certain efficacy, but it had a limit.
Yeah.
Barack Obama won despite that. So
Barack Obama's a much better politician
so
than
to
Trump.
play it out for a second, you do that now. What if doing that leads to a second Donald Trump term?
God forbid.
Right? So repeating what somebody else did before isn't always exactly the right thing to do. It might be. But we're figuring that out as we go along collectively and individually, and all of us. It's a bit of an ad hoc process. So I don't know how we get from here to there.
There's no roadmap.
I know how deeply we all care, and just we all have to keep doing within our roles everything we possibly can be to do.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
What
Appreciate
is your
it.
name again?
What's your name?
I'm Michael Niederman.
Michael Niederman?
I'm a playwright and a private
Brennan.
tutor
My dear
and
Mark Brennan.
third generation New Yorker.
Thank you very much.
Brennan.
Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Brennan.
I don't know that repeating what they did is exactly the same, because we have a moral high ground.
They think they have a moral high ground.
God,
So
I just don't want a quisling government
The
is all.
Constitution.
I don't disagree
The
with you. I'm just saying
Constitution
you
is our
also,
basic document.
I do have an empathy and understand the other side as well, and I don't discount that many of them are coming from as genuine a place as we are coming from.
Right.
So I don't
But the one thing
doubt
is
that.
there's
That
a
I don't know
certain-
about, but that's
there's
a discussion.
There's a certain educational part of this
Yeah.
that has to happen,
Yes.
and that's important. It's important to let the public see.
You're part of the educational
That's
process.
what
You're
we're
getting
doing. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for being here, guys.
Speaking of
Thank you.
education, I got
There's a
clients
great
there.
article in
Thank
New
you,
Yorker
sir.
magazine
Thank you.
about how this is